And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
They're missing a quality player. Injuries a big part of the game. They've just got to make the adjustments.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. Buzelis out there with Williams. Then it's Trey Jones. Then it's White. And this season's still very young. Greg, what are you looking forward to this year?
Well, Kevin, I'm always interested in the rookies, seeing which guys step up. The leap to the NBA can be a huge one, so you never know what will happen with some of these young players.
Just 5 on the clock. They get the rebound. Williams misses from close range. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. It's a 3-point game. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
Remarkable consistency from deep. You can't count on that every game, especially on the road.
Yeah, you know, the defense had no answer for him. To do that kind of damage on the road, impressive.
Sweet pass from Turner. He's really been working on his ability to pass the ball.
To the paint. Here's Buzelis. And goaltending is going to be the call. So they get the basket there anyway.
Good hustle right there. I love that effort. Just a little late in the act.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. It's Trent on the wing. And a miss there on the triple.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
The shot by Buzelis, no good. Milwaukee's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. And great for Buzelis. Basketball has been a part of his family for generations.
Yeah, how about that? Both his parents played professionally in Lithuania, as did both of his grandfathers. And his dad now works with the Lithuanian men's national team as a physiotherapist.
You know, right now they're just 1 for 5. Rough start so far.
Trent outside. Just about 2 minutes into the game. First quarter of basketball. Here's Turner, and it's Turner finishing it off.
Turner doing a nice job setting himself up for a shot off that pick and roll.
Jones drives in. Rebound, Giannis Antetokounmpo. For Milwaukee, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Guarded by Green. A rebound by the Bucks. This is their first chance to take a look at the Bulls this season.
And even though they were the better team overall, they actually lost the season series against this club a year ago.
Yeah, and for them that was a bit embarrassing, so expect them to come back with a point to prove tonight.
Outside Williams. Out to the right wing. Bulls moving the ball around. Pass to Buzelis. Back to Jones. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And when you talk to people about the Bulls, G.A., Michael Jordan's shadow still looms large over this team and organization.
And, Kevin, they haven't won a championship before or since he was in Chicago. They've had plenty of good players, Derrick Rose and MVP, Jimmy Butler as well. But the results haven't been there.
Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Trent.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
To the middle, Turner with the steal. Here's Antetokounmpo, and it's good for 2. Giannis has got 6.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
And it's sent back by Turner.
Miles Turner denying another one of the league's best shot blockers year in and year out.
White goes in. That's in, coming off an assist from Jones.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Porter kicks to Green. Porter with the screen for Green. Back to Porter. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
Oh, spacing the floor. Brooks is comfortable shooting it from deep.
Bucks leading by 10. Antetokounmpo looking it over. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. It's going to go on Buzelis.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the official.
And some changes here for the Bucks. Prince comes in for Green, and Trent subbed in for Kevin Porter. Jerome, he's checked in for Chicago. Here's Jerome, down low. Here's Buzelis, and then Buzelis with the dunk.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Pulls up, high post, and the jumper falls for him. Giannis has got 9. Bulls trail by 11. Here's Jerome. Inside, and then Buzelis with the dunk.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush. Well, he's really been on a roll this quarter. Seems like everything he throws up is finding bottom.
Williams, a screen on Trent. Here's Jerome. Out to Brooks. In the corner, it's Buzelis. Back to Brooks. Pass to Jerome. Tries again. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
And a double-digit lead on the first quarter of play. Bucks lead by 11. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And quite a position here for the Bucks to be in. What do you think, guys?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
So the Bulls 5 right now. They've got Walker Kessler. Brooks is out there with Kevin Huerter. And it's Jerome in at the point guard. And so here is Chicago after Taurean Prince's miss. No good on that one. Kuzma with the defensive effort. Prince, the pass to Kuzma. Into the lane. Brooks grabs the board.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
And Greg, 2 seasons ago, the Bucks ranked first in defensive rating. Last season, they dropped down to number 19.
Yeah, shifting defensive schemes, coaching changes, also swapping Drew Holiday for Damian Lillard. But they can and should be better than 19.
And there's the call on Ty Jerome. That is his first foul of the game. Harris is checked in for the Bucks. And we play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Here's Jerome, defended by Trent. Terrific assist, a nice finish, solid play all around.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, Bulls coach Billy Donovan keeps perspective. He says, I used to come back from a tough road loss, go straight to the office and pull an all-nighter, trying to figure out what went wrong. Highs were too high and my lows were too low. You have to realize so much of it is just luck. The breaks of life. Kevin?
That's right, D.A. We respect Billy Donovan as much as any coach in the NBA. But a good outlook there, you're right. Hey, thank you. Shoots the three. Finds the hole for the second time from the floor. Now 2 for 5.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
Here's Trent. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, G.A. The lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Antetokounmpo comes in for Gary Harris. And it's Green in for Trent. Buzelis is checked in for Chicago. Kobe White comes in for Brooks. Now here's White. And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Thanks. Many consider this summer to be the most challenging field in the history of international basketball. Nevertheless, Team USA got it done in Paris. It's not getting any easier, but the star power of the U.S. men's team shined bright in the City of Lights. Guys, a classic ending for a stacked U.S. roster.
You're right. What a performance. Hey, Shams Charania with the report. Thanks, Shams. Now, here's Portis. Nothing on the board. 14 feet away. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest. Here's Buzelis. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
The reach, the athleticism, the timing. No surprise, Giannis swatted that one away.
And some changes here for the Bucks. Turner's checked in for Portis. Trent comes in for Prince. And Kevin Porter's subbed in for Kyle Kuzma. Now here's White. Good work defensively by Trent. Left side, Porter. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Over Buzelis. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Antetokounmpo's got 13 points.
And that's exactly why Antetokounmpo is so loved. I mean, his ability to make the right call, the right decision, and pick and roll sets, that's why he's involved in those sets as much as he is.
Porter, no luck. And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. And another miss by Chicago. Milwaukee leading by 9. Hey, Greg, Kobe White has proven he can run the show.
Yeah, well, he's more than just a scorer. He's become a quality playmaker with better decision-making. But his biggest improvement has been his efficiency.
Physical basketball from Giannis Antetokounmpo.
At the offensive end, he's been assertive and efficient, guys. A big reason why they hold this lead right now.
For Milwaukee, they've gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all total.
He is certainly one of the few true franchise cornerstones in the league. Few guys can take over a game like the Greek Freak.
White with it, and it's Trent picking him up. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. He gets that one.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
It's stolen by Buzelis. And now Jones running the floor all by himself.
And that's a momentum shifter, a steal leading straight to the basket.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. White against Trent. A beautiful reverse layup. Trent's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Williams sends a screen for White. Launches a 3. And it's Williams finishing it off.
just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this lead.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark.
Which is a spark they desperately need. They've got to ramp up the intensity.
And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. Right back after this break.
Fans, thanks for your attention to center court and get ready for the half-court shot.
Two quarters of play completed as we welcome you to take a look at some of the upcoming games on the schedule. The Brooklyn Nets will go up against the Magic in Orlando. That one gets going at 7 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, but I don't think...
Shifting gears now, what a game we've seen from Giannis in that first half.
Giannis is an absolute freak.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is...
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one. He's been everywhere.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
Gary Trent is out there with Kevin Porter. And then there's Antetokounmpo. And it's Green, and it's Turner in at the 5 spot. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers. White with it, out-guarded by Giannis.
And a solid playmaker. White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up.
Knocks it loose. And another fast break chance here for the Bulls. Here we go. Kept alive. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
When he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And, you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
To the inside, Williams. And he uses the glass on the layup. Williams has got his second bucket.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
And here we go, the Bulls fast break. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Exactly. I mean, when you're running neck to neck, those kinds of mistakes tip the scales.
The kick out to Williams. And Buzelis gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
And boy, did he get up quick to reject that shot. That's as fundamental as defense gets.
Porter against Jones. Outside Porter. Turner with a screen for Antetokounmpo. Trent outside. Those 3 pointers off the mark.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Jones kicks to White. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Green deciding where to go with it. 5 on the clock. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. Drains it from beyond the arc. Turner's got 8 points.
I really like it when Turner squares up from outside because he got a sweet stroke, and because of his size, hard for defenders to get to the shot, and it also stretches the floor, which is good for his team.
Here's White. Here's Williams. Nails the baby hook. He has 6.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating. I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
No one covered. And the Bucks lead by 7.
Handling the ball like a guard, Giannis has become very proficient at doing damage with the pass.
Jones finds Williams, and it's sent back by Turner. Trent with it. He's picked up by White. Here's Turner. Almost, but it rolls out. Bulls trail by 7. Goes up. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Some changes here for the Bucks. Portis, he's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Porter. And it's Prince in for Trent. Clark, we know the Bucks are a veteran team that has now leveraged their assets to try to win now.
And the question is, Kevin, do they have enough? There's a point at which veteran becomes a nicer way or a euphemism for old, especially in today's NBA. That can be a problem for you.
And here's Herter outside. Bangs home the trifecta. And now just a 2-point Milwaukee lead. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. Outside Portis. Green kicks to Portis. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to go on Buzelis.
A most valuable role player on this team. Portis' ability to stretch the floor with his shooting, huge.
Jackson, he's checked in for Green. And we know injuries derailed last season for the Bulls, Greg, but with an aging core, you wonder where they go from here.
I mean, the Bulls are kind of stuck in the middle of things as it now stands. Not quite good enough to make a run in the East, but not in a position where they need to start over.
Williams passes to Herter. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. And it's Williams finishing it off.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
Kuzma outside. Pass to Turner. Here's Jackson. Now here's Kuzma. Now Prince. 3-pointer. And the Bucks miss again. A chance at a 2-for-1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
Brooks kicks to Herter. Williams a screen on Prince. Herter passes to Williams. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Here's Buzelis. Defended by Portis. No one near Herter as he lets it fly. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Prince looking around. Portis, the bounce pass. Kuzma passes to Prince. Count that bucket. And the Bucks lead by 4.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head to the fourth. The Bucks on top, up by 4. And we're just... And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feet. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Taking a look at the Bulls, they've got Kevin Herter. Walker Kessler is out there with Williams. Then it's Brooks, and it's Jerome in at the 1. Bulls trail by 4. Pass to Williams. Kessler a screen on Kuzma. Here's Williams. Kuzma pulls it in. Milwaukee's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. Prince finds Jackson. And here's Harris from the arc. Kessler with the rebound.
Not a shot he should have taken in the face of such tough defense. He needed to get a better look.
Down low. And Kessler throws it down.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But, Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality.
An absolutely tremendous athlete, able to go up and finish over the biggest of defenders.
Now for an update on Antetokounmpo's injury, let's go over to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, I was able to catch up with the Bucks head athletic trainer, and this is an unfortunate injury and potentially devastating for them. This is certainly not the way they wanted to begin the season. I guess it's never too early to start tinkering with the lineup. Guys?
David, thanks for the great update, guys. It doesn't sound good.
No, if that report is accurate, he's going to be spending a lot of time in rehab and on the sideline.
And in the training room, guys. I mean, that is not going to be an easy injury to bounce back from.
Antetokounmpo's checked in for Milwaukee. And we know Kuzma's always been a terrific scorer, but Greg, he's developed as a passer over time.
And Kevin, early in his career, Kuzma wasn't called on to be a leader, but he's grown into that role, and he puts effort into orchestrating for his teammates. And certainly, they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
Yeah, I have no problem with that. As a matter of fact, I hate to see teams get conservative with the lead. As long as they're good shots, take them, and as long as they're falling, continue to take them.
Drives to the hoop, and the shot is good.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind a layup. Come on now. My goodness.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Miles Turner, he's checked in for Portis. Green comes in for Kyle Kuzma. Trent's checked in for Taurean Prince. And Kevin Porter's subbed in for Jackson. Kicks it out to Jones. Williams has a screen for Jones. Another shot. He takes it in.
What timing from Turner. I mean, that's a big part of blocking shots. Reading the shooter and then timing it perfectly to send that shot in reverse.
In a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Bucks.
They've been so aggressive getting out on shooters all game long. Nothing's getting past this defense, and that, to me, has been impressive.
Another place they've had the upper hand tonight is in transition. They've gotten a bunch of their points off the fast break.
Jerome, he's checked in for the Bulls.
Playing ferocious inside. Porter Jr. went right after the big dogs.
At the line for the Bucks, Kevin Porter Jr.
He's off on the first. Well, Greg, it took 40 years, but the Bucks finally won their second NBA title back in 2021.
Yeah, and Kareem leading that 71 squad. Giannis was the man in 2021, averaging 35 and 13 during the finals, closing out the Suns with that 50-piece in Game 6. They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear. It's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
Antetokounmpo setting the pick for Green. Back to Antetokounmpo.
And Turner's length causes defenses all kinds of problems. I mean, he really uses that.
And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double-checking, and the game continues on.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Well, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to listen to what Billy Donovan said to his team. Now, he said, come on, can anybody make a three? We have to be better from deep. He implored his team to find the shooters, get them open with movement and picks. We'll see if it works. Guys?
Thank you, David.
You know, he's become a solid big man in this league. Miles Turner understands his role and is starring in it, and does a really good job, I think, playing to his strengths.
Williams, a screen on Porter. Here's Jerome, and it's all evened up.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Trent gets the bucket.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Driving in. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. He hits the first one, and that brings them within 2. Both shots good from the stripe. We've got 1:55 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Castellanos. It's blocked. And now the Bulls on the break. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
The athleticism and blinding speed White possesses is impressive. This guy plays with a lot of moxie.
And so he's good on both free throws, and that gives them the lead.
And really just a great rhythm at the line, whether it's a big lead in the first quarter or with the game hanging in the balance.
To the middle, here's Antetokounmpo. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to go on Buzelis.
Man, that was a remarkable pump fake from Antetokounmpo. I mean, he's really good at selling that shot fake.
Bulls making a switch here. Jones is checked in. And so both free throws good that time. That puts him ahead.
And that's big there. Once he got the opportunity to get to the line and take the lead, you have got to convert.
Pass to Buzelis. White, wide open. He fires. Porter pulls it in.
Not a whole lot going down for him at this point. He just can't buy a break.
Here's Antetokounmpo. He's guarded by Williams. And the Bucks miss again.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Turner against White. 6 to shoot. Kicks it out to Jones. Releases one from 3.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. Thoughts on what Coach wants to do here?
Hey, they do have enough time here if they shoot quickly to get the 2 for 1. We'll see if they try.
Jerome, he's checked in for Jones. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Outside, White. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. No good on the shot. Good work defensively by Trent. Here's Giannis. Yes!
His performance today has just been so important. What a luxury to have a guy that's that dependent.
Porter with the steal, and they'll get another chance. Complete. We will go to overtime. And we'll get going after this from Milwaukee. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. We've got Buzelis, also Mark Williams out there, and it's Jerome in at the point. Porter looking it over. Back to Turner. Williams with the block.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Here's Trent. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's going to go on Buzelis.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Here's Buzelis. Antetokounmpo defending, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That free throw, no good. Good on the second free throw.
Only down 2 now, but that miss might come back to haunt you. If they don't get a stop, it's back to a 2-possession game.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. The kick out to Porter. No good on the triple.
You know, he's not a knockdown shooter from there, but when you're that uncovered, you almost are forced to take it.
And then Buzelis with the dunk.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
For Milwaukee, they've gone 1 of 3 from the floor since the start of overtime. Outside, Porter. Shot clock at 5. Inside, here's Turner. Williams with the block. Here's Buzelis. Guarded by Porter. That one drops for him. Buzelis has got the lead up to 2 now for Chicago.
Good, solid execution inside. That's exactly the look you want.
And there's the call on Ty Jerome. That's foul number 2 for him. Chicago making some changes. Kobe White, he's checked in for Kevin Huerter. And Trey Jones subbed in for Ty Jerome. Porter passes to Giannis. That's where Giannis wants the ball.
You know, feeling very comfortable taking a big shot when his team needs it. That's a sign of how Antetokounmpo has matured recently.
White dishes to Jones. Over to the left wing. Buzelis off the mark there with the three-point shot. Porter gives to Giannis. Money!
Proving he has the clutch DNA. Love seeing Turner up his game during these big possessions.
Williams, a screen on Porter. Jones with it. Picked up by Turner. Double team on Williams. Bulls moving the ball around. Jones against Turner. And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. Porter passes to Green. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Outside, Green. Too long in the paint. He's hit with a 3-second violation. And the technical free throw is good. And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. And Buzelis gets the whistle that time. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game.
That's just poor clock management defensively.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. And the second of 2 is good. That will put them up by 2. It's White on the wing. Hits it, and we're going to another overtime.
What a phenomenal shot at the buzzer. I just cannot believe what we've seen in this game.
I say we just hang out for the night. Let's keep.
And so we are tied again at the end of overtime. Now we're headed to overtime number 2. And we've got more action coming your way after this break. Can't stop now. We're ready for another extra period. What a game of basketball this has been. pass to Antetokounmpo. He can't get it to go. White against Trent. And White kicks to Jones. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession. And here's White to the paint. Here's Williams. And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Chalk up 2 there. Antetokounmpo's got the game tied up here for the Bucks.
Another night we see Giannis at his best. This defense doesn't have a clue as to how to guard him.
Williams, a screen on Antetokounmpo. Out to White. Rocket 6. It's up a 3. Sinks the triple. White's got the lead up to 3 now for the Bulls.
And you have got to honor White on the perimeter. Once he gets comfortable from there, it's going to be bad news for the defense.
Second personal foul. 14 foul. At the line for Milwaukee.
Good on the first, and that brings them within 2.
You really have to appreciate and respect the spirit Giannis plays the game with, a beacon of energy and enthusiasm for his team. They all feed off of him, an attitude of joy and unselfishness.
And it's Brooks in the corner. Pass to Williams. Antetokounmpo with the steal. Trent outside.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And he does get the second one. And that ties the game up.
They should be in front right now, but he'll be relieved not to have come up totally empty there.
Jones drives in. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Giannis high post. Milwaukee, no good that time either. The way, Greg, they're sharing the ball tonight, mesmerizing.
Everyone's getting to touch it, and everyone's contributing.
White goes in, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Now it's a 4-point Chicago lead.
And I love White's confidence, as well as his ability to drive hard and finish through contact.
Here's Antetokounmpo. No good, shot missing. The Bulls shooting here about 46% for the game. Out to Brooks. Back to Jones. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's White. And Porter comes to help. Brooks with no one around. Good on the triples. Lead by 7.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Here's Trent to end the run. It drops. And now they trail by just 4.
And I don't care how far from the bucket he is. You've got to have a man on him. He's just too good from deep.
Jones finds Williams. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Williams sets a screen for White. And Porter comes to help. It's tipped. Shot clock at 6. From deep. Rebound, Milwaukee. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. 15 seconds left in the second overtime. What a game. What do you think Coach's focus is going to be here?
Yeah, trying to get back in this thing, they need a score.
Yeah, and they need it hiccup fast. I mean, they'll be drawing up a quick hitter in the huddle here, no doubt.
From deep, Trent. Good. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
You know, next time he has that much space, He should just go straight up with it and leave the fadeaway at home. Park that fadeaway, take the shot that's available.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
He's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one to drop in. And the wide open shot from Green. Count it! A tremendous three to tie it up.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
And so with overtime 2 in the books, the game is still not over. Overtime. And with another overtime in front of us, the question is, who will blink first? Nobody wants to give in. A lot of pride now on the line. Go. Now Porter. Trent with it. There's Green with the three. That shot is off. Coming up empty for the second time this game. 4 for 6. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Gary Trent Jr.
And probably more of a natural scorer than passer. Wright has worked hard on his playmaking ability.
And both free throws good for White. Here is Porter. Outside, Green. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Down low. 5 to shoot. That ball. Nice speed that time from Turner. Antetokounmpo's got 31 points. Williams, a screen on Porter. Jones, the pass to Williams. The teardrop falls in. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. They trail by 1. And it's Trent in the corner. That 3 off the mark. The Bulls shooting 47%, pretty solid. White. And the layup is good. White's got 12 now in this quarter.
Yeah, attacking the interior is something White does well. He's crafty, and he makes good adjustments against the defense.
And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
Inside, here's Antetokounmpo. And no good that time. Chicago leading by 3. Over in the corner, White. And it's Brooks in the corner. Back to White. Brooks outside. Fades. And it's White missing.
You know, the right thing there to try to fade away with the D all over, but that is a difficult shot to see. Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
To the middle. The rebound by Turner.
And the game has actually come down to this. They need a bucket, or you can practically call it a wrap.
And here is Trent outside. And that one is off. And they go to the intentional foul.
Third personal foul. 15 foul.
Plenty of drama in this one so far.
Yeah, don't be surprised if it isn't decided until the final buzzer.
First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
Taking 2 shots.
And so both free throws are good. And it's a 5-point game.
That makes it a 2-possession game now. Those could turn out to be vital free throws.
And timeout called by Doc Rivers. What do you think we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
Trying to stay alive. They've got to work quickly.
They're going to draw up a play here, I think, to get a shot right off of the inbounds pass and not waste too much time at all.
And it's Green missing. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Fifth personal foul. Shooting for Chicago.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. So he can't get either to fall. Timeout called the Bucks. And what's their best move at this point?
Trying to stay alive. They've got to work quickly.
They're going to draw up a play here, I think, to get a shot right off of the inbounds pass and not waste too much time at all.
They need a quick bucket here.
This is big.
Huge. And the foul on Miles Turner. And so he's picked up his final foul. He will sit for the rest of this game.
Yeah, tough break for him there. But they'd have a tough time coming back from this deficit no matter who's